Good night, everybody. Welcome to 15 Minutes with Grow. 15 Minutes with Grow is a 15-minute opportunity to meet with different persons who are in the food industry, who are in the supply industry, and also value chain industry, and also into all natural products industry, just to get their outlook on Grow, the benefits of Grow, and how their businesses could potentially collaborate with Grow in the future. So today, I would like to welcome a very good friend of mine, I feel like a business partner of mine. I kind of carry her everywhere I go, right? Miss Mechelle McDonald from AmberL Skincare. Welcome, Mechelle. How are you? Can you tell us a little bit about you and also AmberL?
Yes, absolutely. So, Kantisha, I am fabulous. Thank you for featuring me tonight. I am excited to talk about AmberL and, of course, the way that Grow can add to this brand. So, yes, AmberL is an artisan skincare brand here in the Bahamas. I am the CEO. I'm also a certified aromatherapist, which means I am familiar with how to use pure essential oils for the benefits of health and wellness, and mainly for skincare with my product line. I'm also a member of the Complementary Medicine Association in the UK. And Amber L truly focuses on using pure essential oils to restore, rejuvenate, and moisturize skin. We also recognize the value of Bahamian culture and natural resources by including Bahamian sea salt from Crooked Island, Long Island, and Ragged Island in our dual exfoliation body scrub. So you get that extra, extra clean, super polished. And the wonderful thing about it is it's all natural, chemical free. We also believe in sustainability. So, what that means is that we use either recycled or recyclable products in our branding. So, this would include our containers, as you can see in the background. Also, our tote bags are made out of recycled paper. And so you can recycle these and know that you are helping the environment. Additionally, we also allow refills for our true customers who just love our products, want to come back, and we offer them a discount for that. So I love the fact that we also help persons who are experiencing skin conditions, irritations, rashes, or who have sensitive skin to go through a guided skincare journey. So, what this means is that we provide a safe space for them to be able to talk about their frustrations, help them to find a natural solution to their skincare issue, and be able to work together. So, that is Amber Elle in a nutshell. And lastly, we also have body oils, body butters, rose water, and turmeric gel as a part of our handmade product line.
That is awesome, Michelle. That is awesome. And I had to sit quiet and listen. It's very rare, very, very rare. I sit quiet. But so guys, I ran into Michelle some years ago. I can't imagine how long ago. I can't remember how long ago it was, but it was definitely to a trade show. I think it was a Chamber of Commerce trade show, if I could remember. It means my memory is getting better. It must be the coconut oil. So I met Michelle and she had her skincare booth up, and I was busy selling popsicles up and down and trying to make new networks for my popsicle business. And she pulled me aside and she said, "Hey, I have skin scrub, I have this and I have that." As a vendor, we don't really make much money at some of these events. So I just was like, I don't really like skin stuff, and I have very, very sensitive skin. And I remember saying that. And I kind of said it as a segue to try and get to the other booth. But let me tell you about Michelle. She reached out and she said, "That's why you're perfect. That's why you're perfect for Amber L. Our products are for persons who have sensitive skin, for persons who want to be able to use natural products on their skin." So that leads me to one of my first questions, Michelle. Your interest is in being able to use natural products, natural oils, maybe natural extracts.
Mm-hmm.
We're always going to be a processing facility that's going to be working on extracting every single thing from the products that we are able to harvest. So
Absolutely.
tell me about some of the benefits that you may be able to receive and Amber L may be able to receive from a company like Grow. So maybe something in the aspects of product testing, maybe even product storage, because when you have to bring in your oil or your glycol for some of the things that you may need to store it at Grow. So tell us a little bit more about why you want to work with Grow and some of the aspects of Grow that AmberL could also work with.
Okay, so Kantisha, I can tell you know your stuff, girl, because you mentioned a lot of key things that are a part of quality skincare. And Amber L truly bases itself on credibility and trust. And so, what this means is that we want to ensure that we only include the highest quality of ingredients and standards in our products, and allowing the customer to know, especially those with sensitive skin, what exactly is in their product and how it's going to benefit their skin. So, with that, testing is a huge part of the skincare industry around the world, is extremely important. So I applaud Grow for being an FDA certified facility, which, if people do not know, that's the Food and Drug Administration. It is the government agency when it comes to cosmetics and cosmetic ingredients in the US. So that is extremely important. And of course, as you mentioned with testing, we're looking at stability, preserves, ingredients, all of that. And so that comes with storage, as you mentioned, and also when it comes to the value of the ingredients. So it's understanding that I can get testing for all of my skincare products here in the Bahamas rather than having to ship them off to different parts of the world. And the thing is, I know of Bahamian brands that have had to do that because we don't have that option here. And so I appreciate that there is going to be a facility here with Grow that can accommodate that, because I want to be able to show that extra step in regard to quality when it comes to the product. And it's something that the customer can know, they can trust, they can see that stamp of approval. Additionally, of course, Bahamian entrepreneurs such as myself, we want to see our products out there. And so knowing that we can mass produce, have access to distributors, we can export. And lastly, one of the biggest things when it comes to skincare is labeling. This is extremely important.
Yes. Packaging, everything.
Exactly, girl. This is so important. And it's something that you get to know a lot more when you get into exporting, because you realize what needs to be out there. It's important for your customers to know everything, but more importantly, for all of the agencies to know that you are following the guidelines. And that's a brand you can trust. And of course, that is where AmberL is at and what we will continue to be. So I appreciate that Grow will allow that. Also, the mass production on a commercial level, so that we can extend the Bahamian excellence of the creative orange economy throughout the world.
Yeah. So, Mechelle, you mentioned something about FDA regulations, and you're in a skincare business, so a lot of persons may not understand that the FDA has an entire booklet just on skincare and regulation. And it's starting with the packaging and how the label has to be presented, what all information needs to be presented on the ingredients, and what has to come before the other. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because one thing that Grow wants to work on is being able to develop the training capacity to also teach other persons some of the things that are needed to be able to take their product from home to shelf. And a lot of things as entrepreneurs, we don't know that until we decide to export. But if we can start doing the work now, creating the HACCP plans that are needed to create cosmetic products, or creating the HACCP plans to create ice creams or flowers, and Grow is there to assist with all of that. So now I have another question. I see the 15 minutes is coming so fast, but Mechelle, I always love talking to you. You always provide so much good information. So this question, this one may be a little personal. Now, I don't know if anybody knows you this personally, Mechelle, but if you guys follow her on Facebook, she is a foodie. She loves food, and I'm still waiting on her to take me out for food. I'm always waiting on people to take me out for food. Still waiting on my business partner to take me out for food. But however else, you love food, you're a foodie. What does it mean to know where your food is produced? To know that your food, not only the cosmetic products, but now to know that your jams, your sauces, maybe some of your breads or your cupcakes, or maybe even if you go to a wedding and you don't know the chef, but you know that the food was produced and grow the facility. What does that mean to you? And what level of comfort does that have? Does that give you when it comes to buying Bahamian and buying local?
Well, I must say, as you stated, I am a foodie. I love everything about food. And, there's so much more to talk about, so many different aspects of it. And one of the biggest parts of it is what you've highlighted, which is ingredients, knowing the value of our ingredients. But more importantly, there is a huge sense of pride, Kantisha, that comes from knowing that not only are the ingredients fresh from the soil, because if you cook, you know the value of that fresh thyme that's coming out, bay leaves, the sea salt, all of the other seasonings that go into those pepper jellies and jams that I'm familiar with, that we see coming from a lot of our Bahamian creative entrepreneurs. And so knowing that it's not only here from the Bahamas from the ground up, but also that it's stored here, it's mass produced here, being able, as you stated, to look on a menu or speak with a chef or listen to his or her talk show and know, okay, they are connected with growth. So I know that this is a person that believes in quality, that believes in standards, being able to just point at it and know for a fact this is where my ingredients come from. And similar to how persons have sensitive skin and they have to be aware of that and accommodate that, persons also have allergies. So understanding that, okay, this was produced in a facility that has a certain sense of sanitization, staying clean, because it's FDA certified. Um, it is just amazing. I would love that. I know that Bahamians and guests would love that as well. And as a foodie, it is something that I respect. It's something that I value, and it lets me know that that individual, that entrepreneur, takes their product and their work seriously.
Michelle, you mentioned another point. This is why I love having conversations with you because all the light bulbs just go off as we talk and we talk entrepreneurship, right? So a new deal or something new that's going on with the government where the hotels have decided to buy a certain amount of products from local processors and also local farmers. So you mentioned about hotels knowing that their guests are safe. So one of the things that Grow wants to work with is being able to have a bay full of fresh produce, not only to process, but also to provide and distribute to other persons so that we could have a grading system. So when produce does come in from either of the islands, we can now grade it. And of course, during packet or during shipments, one of the biggest challenges that farmers have during shipments is being able to preserve and package their products so that it could get here and still be the top grade. So one of the things Grow is going to work on is being able to grade these products. So if you see maybe a hotel will need to buy a few cases of grade A sweet peppers, Grow can be the facility that will also have that because we also have the storage, we have the separating bays, and we also have packaging to be able to distribute as well. So I'm glad that you brought that up as well. Now, for me, Michelle, I'm interested in innovation, and the orange economy is something that I've always been interested in because I love creativity. So, as a foodie and someone who's involved in the orange economy, I would say an orange economy advocate. What are the benefits for other persons who are involved in the agricultural industry for a facility like Grow that you could remember? Because I know we talk all the time, so I know you're tired of hearing the Grow. But let me know what are some of the benefits for all persons who may fall underneath the agricultural umbrella.
Okay. So within the agricultural sector, we have one of the industries that has been booming for the Bahamas for centuries, and that is farming. And
Yes.
so when you mention the items that Bahamians produce, we have our chefs, so they're looking for quality Bahamian ingredients to include in what they produce. But you also have the farmers that are providing the produce fresh for us, things that we can collect, we can cook with, whether you're the home chef or the commercial chef. And so having a facility like Grow as a creative entrepreneur, this allows you to package label, process your stuff in a safe space, knowing that you're doing it here in the Bahamas. There is no middleman,
No.
right? You get it straight
All
from the source,
Bahamian.
straight to the
True
facility.
Bahamian.
Yes, yes. And you can see it, you can feel it. It's fresh, it's nice. Um, I appreciated how you mentioned that, farmers do have that issue with the storage, when you bring it from the different islands like Andres and Luthra, they cannot control the temperature and the way that the packaging is. And so they do venture on losing some of that product. And so knowing that Grow helps with that level of food sustainability, but also food security is huge because that is something that
Mhm.
we want to promote here in the Bahamas. So for those entrepreneurs, I think it helps them to manage the quality of their products from start to finish. So knowing that once they've harvested that and they want to bring it here to the capital, it's protected. It's in a safe
Yeah.
space, knowing that their customers will be able to enjoy that for a long time because it's extending sustainability. And of course, from an exporting perspective, you can also find a distributor. You can ship that a lot better. You can package it a lot better.
Yeah.
And then, of course, for the chefs, there's also that extension of having the commercial cooking spaces. And that's an added bonus.
Michelle, believe it or not, I think my favorite part of the entire Grow facility must be the shared kitchen space. And it's because I love to cook. So, and I'm sure every other chef loves to cook. And I'm not calling myself a chef by no means, right? But every chef loves space. And if they need help, they need that space to be able to have that help actually help them. So that's why I really, really love Grow's shared kitchen space, and especially the stainless steel kitchen, easy to clean, looks good in photos. So if you are a social media chef or a chef that does virtual cooking, it also looks very good. So there's so many different aspects of Grow. And Michelle, I want to thank you officially for coming on 15 minutes with Grow. I know you've been a part of Grow for a very, very long time. If you have some time, please let us know where to find you and also where to find these amazing AmberL products because I don't want to buy them all. So let someone else get their pick.
Okay, thank you. So yes, we are on social media with Facebook and Instagram at AmberL Skincare. You can also contact us on WhatsApp or via telephone at 425-2195. We are usually at pop-ups throughout New Providence, including Solomon's Fresh Market, but we also do delivery. So once you let us know and we talk about your skincare journey and what it is you'd like to see as a result of using AmberL skin products, we can work with you right away.
Thank you so much for that, Michelle. I also want to remind all of our viewers that Grow the Food Lab, this magnificent revolutionary project that we're bringing right here to Nassau, Bahamas, is currently on the Arawak X platform to raise funding so that we can begin our build out of this amazing facility. So I want to encourage every single Bahamian, every single investor, every person who's interested in food sustainability to head down to our website, www.growbahamas.com, and invest. Or if you're not ready to invest yet, read up about us. But I do encourage you to be quick because there's just a few more days that we're left on the Arawak X platform. And we want to make sure that you guys are able to get the opportunity to own a part of the Bahamian future. So once again, that's www.arawakx.com or www.growbahamas.com. And one last question, Michelle, before we are ready to grow. And that question is, why should persons invest their $16, their $1,600, their $160,000 into Grow the Food Lab?
Okay, so I would say that investing in Grow is investing in a progressive step for the Bahamian orange economy. So what I mean by that is you are saying yes to innovation, to expansion, to Bahamians working together with the inclusion of a part of our economy that is so enriched, so important, so valuable. And so this is a step in the right direction. So your $16 is going in the right place. And you know that you are not only helping the current orange economy, but also those before us who's created the path and those ahead of us, the future that we want to ensure have a better process to sharing their talents throughout the world.
Thank you so much once again, Michelle. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, everybody, for following along with 15 minutes with Grow. And if you guys want to know more, www.growbahamas.com. And currently, right now, we are ready to grow. So I have to let you guys go and enjoy your evening. See you guys next week on Wednesday with 15 minutes with Grow and Ready to Grow. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.